Okay, so we'll do a quick rapid fire things list today. Few things going on in Canada. So we talked about the ridiculous fines and whatever for Nova Scotia. Well, two more provinces joined in. I believe it was, I don't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. One of the provinces put 50,000 from 50,000 to 150,000 and at minimum 6 months in jail for going into the forest. Really? I'm not joking. That is not a joke. When I heard that, I was just like, ah, man, I am so glad I don't live back east because it's all the eastern provinces, Nova Scotia, Manitoba. I don't think it's Manitoba, but Nova Scotia, Quebec, places like that, just communist shitholes. Anyway, so that's that. And like I said in my last video, I really think that kind of rhetoric and that kind of climate change lockdown crap is only gonna get people off the fence here in Alberta and have them vote more for separation. I really do. And yeah. So on the separation front, that's a little bit, that's still planned for next year. The reason it's not happening this year is there's a anti-separation referendum, which makes no sense when you think about it logically. Anyway, it's literally just a referendum to block the separation referendum. Now, how does that work? Well, from the rules of the game state that you can only have one referendum active at a time. So you can't have separation and anti-separation and on the same. It only works. You can have one and only one, and that's it. Okay, so. No more than that. So because this anti-separation buffoon filed his anti-separation referendum in like July 1st or 2nd or something, it was something like that. He and his cronies have 90 days to collect 600,000 signatures because they're operating on the old system before Bill 54 took effect on July 4th. Now, the separation referendum was submitted under the July 4th, so only 180-ish thousand people have to sign for that to actually be put in place. And based on some polling and things that they put out initially, before the referendum was actually submitted to the elections Alberta, within 12 hours of this, like, poll, I guess, hey, this was, put your name and your email address and to signify that you're willing to vote for this referendum, that kind of thing. Within 12 hours of that being put out, there was 250,000 people who was like, yep, this was a referendum, I would come and do it. Now, like I said in my last video, there's the low propensity voters and no propensity voters, and those are the people that will come out of the woodwork to sign up for this thing and do this thing. So yeah, so anyway, there's that. So we have to wait till this anti-separation referendum runs its course, because they were out of the gate first, but kind of retarded, but whatever. So once that has run its course, then the separation referendum will be able to be put on a ballot, and will easily be put on a ballot. Not even a question of, it's just only a matter of when, not if. Because it's anyway. So that is happening, and those are the two biggest ones. A distant third is the tariffs that China has placed on canola farmers, which is sad because here in Alberta there's lots of canola fields. You drive, if you ever been to Calgary or Red Deer or somewhere like that, and you drive east or west, right? There's canola fields for miles. It's just ridiculous. So there's lots and lots of canola farmers in Alberta and Saskatchewan. I think Saskatchewan has Alberta beat by a country mile. But those two provinces produce tons of canola. So China put a 78 or 80 something like that percent tariff on canola imports from Canada. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of money. So there's a bunch of people that are really up in arms about that, and I don't blame them in the slightest. That's a lot of money to pay to export your stuff to China. So unfortunate, but yeah. So that's all for Canadian news that I'm going to go into. If you got any comments, questions, suggestions, put them in and we can chat about it later. So until the next time, that's it. That's all. There is no more.